I now call upon my colleague, Dr. Angela Nuzzarello, Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Angela?
Welcome, family and friends, and welcome, class of 2020. I would like to take a few minutes and tell everyone about this remarkable group of students that makes up the class of 2020. While I do that, please enjoy a slideshow presentation of the newest additions to the OUWB family. You, the class of 2020, are amazing. You are well-traveled, having visited over 107 countries, including Bangladesh, Bosnia, Ethiopia, Malaysia, Tajikistan, Swaziland, and Namibia. You have completed studies at over 60 different undergraduate institutions, and as a group, report having spent well over 123,000 hours providing service to your local community, school, and abroad. Over the past 4 years, you've been cheering with Bearcats, Badgers, Bears, Beavers, Blazers, Bobcats, Bulldogs, and a Boston Terrier. Big Red Bear, Blue Jay, Blue Streaks, Yellow Jackets, Green Wave, W, the Green Warrior, Sage Hen, Golden Bear, Golden Eagle, and Golden Grizzly. Flying Dutchman, Flames, Lightning Bug, Longhorn, and LU Wolf, Marauders, Mustang, and Norse, Wildcats, Seawolves, and Tigers, Peter the Anteater, Oski the Bear, and Testudo the Terrapin, Aztecs, Brewers, Brighton, and Bruins, Cavalier, Chippewa, Colonial, Cougars, Eagles, Husky, Rams, and Ramblers, and Titans, which are elephants. And of course, a few Wolverines and Spartans. Some of the things you told us about your favorite service project are volunteering as a leadership developer at Western's annual REACH conference. You had the opportunity to work with 8th grade students who were dealing with a range of personal issues, be it with their families or even just a lack of confidence. In just 3 days, you had a hand in helping to encourage the kids that were more than capable of achieving their academic dreams. You absolutely loved documenting the life history of residents at Legacy House Assisted Living in downtown Seattle. You met fascinating individuals who had seen and lived through so much and had plenty of stories to share. You captured the stories in a short documentary that you got to share at Legacy House and with the rest of your class. You think it's important to not lose sight of the fact that we are all connected in some way, and the spirit of this project really emphasized that. Serving at your church as a leader for the kids' summer camp taught you patience. As someone who is affected by cancer, helping and learning from the incredible ladies at Women's Cancer Resource Center has been the most healing and gratifying experience you can imagine. Your favorite project was a student-organized event aimed at destigmatizing mental illness. This is a subject that you are very passionate about, and you loved that you were able to merge two things that are very important to you: poetry and mental health. You felt fulfilled because you helped create a platform for many people to share their stories, poetry, and music related to this topic. Serving at the Shelter Association of Washtenaw County showed you the importance of giving to people who had lost their basic needs and dignity. Clients always welcomed conversation, and you found it was a way for you to give them support and encouragement. The experience also shed light on the specific health issues that face the homeless population. Providing communities of Honduras with medical attention was important to you because it taught you that making a personal connection with others transcends cultural and language barriers. Serving food to and educating wounded veterans about health issues allowed you to further appreciate the dedication and love for our country that these soldiers share as they put their lives on the front lines each day. You were moved to see how appreciative the soldiers were in listening and speaking with the students. Your favorite project was volunteering in Mexico with a public health organization called CASA. You loved it because of the broad spectrum of activities in which you were able to participate and the connections that you made with the staff over time. Working with AmeriCorps helped you learn so much about the obstacles under-resourced communities face. It impacted what you want to accomplish as a physician. More than one of you mentored and tutored elementary school children with a Detroit after-school program. It allowed you to work one-on-one with students and see how they progressed and became more confident academically and personally. You believe that primary education is the first step in breaking the cycle of poverty, and it was very fulfilling to be able to work for a cause you believe in. Traveling to Lima, Peru with MedLife to provide medical care and to help build staircases in poverty-stricken areas was a unique experience that allowed you to learn more about a different culture while helping people in need. Sweet Dreams Project was really fun because you worked as a team to transform a sick child's room. Your favorite project was Ride Ability, an equine therapy program for people with physical and mental challenges. You could see the benefits for the participants almost immediately. It taught you that sometimes unique approaches are needed, like using a horse as a middleman to connect with and communicate with people different from yourself. Assisted hospice care was your favorite project. Working with the terminally ill taught you so much about how to be a better human being. It showed you that the smallest gestures of kindness could make the greatest differences. It gave you a whole new appreciation for life and gave you perspective on your own personal values. In the winter, you cut and split firewood to deliver to elderly widows. It was very rewarding to provide a warm winter for women who really needed the help. Your favorite service project was Project Hug. You helped plant fruits and vegetables in Detroit, watered them and harvested them. You got to enjoy the fruit of your hard work, literally. We also asked you about your hobbies. When you're not studying, you enjoy music. We have amongst us drummers, guitarists, a flautist, organist, percussionist, pianist, violinist, many singers, one of whom enjoys singing jazz, hip-hop and Afrofusion dancer, and a salsa dancer, a music collector, and one self-taught musician. You had a lot to say about food. One of you eats pizza, starting with the crust. You enjoy baking vegan goods, barbecuing, attempting to bake and cook new foods, trying new cuisines, and one of you ate ice cream for breakfast for an entire month just because that's how much you love it. Your guilty pleasure is cooking shows, but your culinary skills limit your title in the kitchen to taste tester. One of you enjoys trying strange foods. The weirdest thing you've ever eaten was goat's brain right out of the skull. Or maybe it was the lamprey eel stewed in a broth of red wine and blood. One of you is a very experimental eater. Your rule is that you try any food twice. Over the years, you've eaten donkey, snails, alligator, sea cucumber, jellyfish, eel, grasshopper, moth, and cicada. You are still coming around to the cicada, but the moth was excellent. just about the only thing you can't handle, no matter how many times you try, is blue cheese. Some of your favorite ways to stay active include hiking, snorkeling, sailing, soccer, snowboarding, running, many of you, swimming, weightlifting, boating, basketball, scuba diving, skiing, fencing, tennis, volleyball, Muay Thai, cheerleading, rock climbing, hockey, baseball, lacrosse, surfing, Zumba, and hula hooping. One of you was previously a member of the Malaysia National Synchronized Swimming Team. Outdoor activities you like include fishing, hunting, shooting guns, and ultimate frisbee. The artists among you enjoy calligraphy, making greeting cards, photography, visual media, graphic design, drawing, painting, sketching, and one of you told us that your last art piece was a compilation of 27 charcoal selfies. Other activities that you enjoy are yoga, very many of you, gardening, camping, playing euchre, whitewater rafting, restoring things, playing board games, riding motorcycles, table tennis, badminton, mystery puzzles, cuddling with your cat, playing with your puppy, or laughing at your cats. Reading Persian poetry and reading classic literature. Arguing about politics. Hint, there's more than one of you in the group. One of you has a relentless passion for the Detroit Tigers and loves to head downtown to the greatest city in the world to watch a game. And one of you listed your favorite hobby as learning new hobbies. We asked you to tell us something interesting about you, and we found out that you are terrified of heights, but you have been skydiving. It was awesome. You have 2 pet rabbits, Mr. Sprinkles and Dora the Explorer. You grew up in Sweden, and every year on the Saturday before Christmas, you and your family make over 300 pierogi from scratch. You wrote your university honors thesis on the sociolinguistic development of English language translations and film adaptations of the Grimm brothers' version of Snow White. As an undergrad, you once recorded a studio album with your college a cappella group. A few CDs were sold to friends and family, and the rest have been locked up, never to see the light of day. One of you hasn't missed watching a Philadelphia Eagles football game in 16 seasons. Your favorite color is mint. You have 36 first cousins, and each of them holds a special place in your heart. You were born in Spain, and your first spoken language was Arabic. You can tie your shoelaces in under 2 seconds. You collect license plates. You were adopted within your own family, making you the oldest, middle, and youngest child, depending on how you see the family. You have a crooked middle finger, not because you used it too much, but because you jammed it way too often in basketball. You and your brother used to love pulling pranks together as kids. One of your greatest hits was stealing the shoes of your uncle in the midst of his wedding ceremony. I think we need to hear more about that. You were a competitive swimmer. At the age of 14, you broke the Lebanese record for the 50-meter butterfly. You are terrified of clowns and have a small fear of automatic toilets. You were hit by a foul ball at a Baltimore Orioles game and broke your nose, but you did get to meet a lot of the players afterwards. You were invited to play for the USA Junior Olympic soccer team when you were 14 years old. One of you can speak Cebuano, which has proven not to be very useful in the United States, and one of you speaks a modern version of Aramaic. You have an amazing baby sister who is 20 years younger than you. You will be a fourth generation physician and a third-generation female physician. You are very good at picking things up with your toes. You are a certified phlebotomy technician, but you hate needles. You are a slight Disney fanatic. You have been to Disney World every year, basically since the year you were born. You have every Disney song memorized. In answer to your question, yes, that is fun and unusual. So thank you, class of 2020, for sharing with us a bit about yourselves. We look forward to learning much more about you in the next 4 years.